Absence of trust. Trust has continued to be used and misused in today's society. It is important that individuals are able to get comfortable with their vulnerabilities and trusting each other. Individual reactions can include weaknesses, skill deficiencies, interpersonal shortcomings, and also mistakes. From a team status point of view, they choose to focus on perfecting their attitudes and groups that they refrain from putting their energy into the project at stake. And the individual status, they are used to being competitive with their peers that they refrain from trusting others. Members that trust their team members usually ask for help, admit weaknesses and mistakes. Um, the team effectiveness exercise also is a contributing factor of no trust. So they'll have exercise showing like their weaknesses and their strengths. The role of a leader shows vulnerability first. So they have a position where if they feel like members are not interacting well, they can state that, and they'll have like an emotional state saying we working together and we want to be better than what we were before. So
Dysfunction 2, fear of conflict, is the desire to preserve artificial harmony stifles the occurrence of productive conflict. There are a couple topics under fear of conflict. The first one is our relationship require productive conflict in order to grow. And with that being said, in order for any company or organization to be successful, there has to be a productive conflict. And what I mean by that is that it is okay for members of the organization to have conflict about different ideas. There is possibility that each member can learn from other ideas and point of views from other members. The other topic is teams that fear conflict do so to avoid hurting team members' feelings. In certain organizations, a lot of toes will be stepped on, but that is just part of the job. There are going to be times when members feel they're going to be hurt, but it's not nothing personal. The main goal is to make sure that the organization is in good standing. Everyone is there for a common goal, and that is to work together to make the organization better. And the last topic for fear of conflict is avoiding conflict rise of personal attacks, which are more harmful than other issues. And also under fear of conflict, there are suggestions for overcoming dysfunctions. The first one is mentoring. Mentoring is pretty much members of the team that tend to avoid conflict assume the role of minor of conflict, which is someone who extracts buried disagreements within a team. The other overcome suggestion for overcoming this dysfunctional fear of conflict is real-time permission, which is recognizing when people engaged in conflict are becoming uncomfortable with the level of discomfort. Interrupt to remind them what they are doing is necessary. Also, for fear of conflict, there are certain roles that a leader should have, and there's two for this particular dysfunction. The first one is the leader should have a desire to protect members from harm. And also, a leader also should demonstrate restraint when there are people engaged in different conflicts among team members.
Lack of commitment creates an environment where team members don't make decisions and fail to stick to an idea. Commitment builds on the first two dysfunctions. Trust is established from productive and constructive conflict. This productive conflict helps build relationships within the group and enables group members to commit and clearly buy in to the idea. When a group is trying to commit to one central idea, the obvious inclination would be to seek a consensus. However, seeking a consensus leads to analysis paralysis. Essentially, the group agrees on an idea, and when it goes south, not one specific person is to blame. Consensus is impossible because no accountability is issued. Great teams understand that consensus goes against productive conflict. Gathering input and committing to one central idea 100% is the way to go. even if there is some uncertainty about whether the right decision has been made. That is part of the committing process, buying in if you do not necessarily agree with the decisions that have been made. When teams fail to commit, ambiguity spreads like a disease. Not committing leads to confusion and uncertainty. Opportunities begin to disappear from this indecision. Lack of confidence begins to overwhelm the team, which instill the fear of failure. When revisiting ideas over and over, truly good ideas begin to stall out, and the team is not sure what the next step to take would be. This also creates a culture of second guessing. On the other hand, when a team is clear about their direction, everyone in the group wins. The idea is clear and a plan has been put in place for execution. When a decision has been made, the team can unify around the common objectives, which allows them to learn from their mistakes. Making a decision and taking action can give a team an advantage over its competitors who may be experiencing analysis paralysis. Finally, strong teams move forward without hesitation and with an unwavering sense of confidence, which makes them great. Confronting a team member or group of team members that may not be performing to the group's standards can be somewhat discomforting. However, this avoidance of accountability creates a sense of silent acceptance. Once a clear set of expectations have been put in place, teammates should be enabled to hold one another accountable for their end of the bargain. Being aware of performance that may be holding the team back is crucial to uncovering the opportunities that may be present. Holding people accountable for their individual results is not enough. Behaviors must also be included in this critique. When the leader of a team avoids accountability among group members, a culture of resentment ensues. For the group members who have a higher standard of performance, they begin to feel the burden of the individuals who are not doing their part. When the lack of dedication is realized by all group members, mediocrity is encouraged. This displacement of efficiency and urgency causes the team to miss important deadlines and encourages sloppy work. The group leader feels the burden as the sole disciplinarian to rectify the issues. When team members are held accountable, poor performers feel pressure to improve. The group can easily identify problems and weaknesses and approach them with confidence right away. When the leader is firm about the caliber and quality of the work, respect is earned from the team members who are now held to the higher standards.
Inattention to results may be caused by team members by focusing on their egos, furthering their careers, and as Patrick Lencioni stated, enhancing their status. Additionally, one's personal life may be a distraction from the intended results, such as relationship issues or the death of a loved one. Most organizations measure results through the amount of profit gained. However, within Dysfunction 5, in attention to results, it is referring to outcome-based performance, which is a means of adjusting the relationship between inputs, activities, and outputs to achieve the desired results. Organizations designates achievements to be accomplished within a set period. These goals, unlike financial goals, are primarily short-term and controllable. These organizational goals are stepping stones towards achieving the ultimate goals and are a representation of the results they strive for from their teams. Inattention to results may be caused by team members being satisfied solely by being part of that organization or team. The desire to achieve results may be viewed as inconvenient or unworthy of pursuit. Some types of organizations that are prone to falling victim to Dysfunction 5 are political organizations, nonprofits, and academic departments. Additionally, the team may not be focused on results, and without any desire to achieve goals, trust, conflict, commitment, nor accountability can overcome the lack of desire. Individual status affects inattention to results when team members see themselves as being more important than the results. This is partially due to human nature's need for preservation of self.